Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends Series Daredevil, the Man Without Fear 3-pack. Let's get into it! Let's begin our legal gymnastics with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. And then, some of the front images spilling over to the top there. Marvel Legends Series in the background, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. And then we have Bullseye, Daredevil, and Elektra. And it's probably all digital renders. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And hey, that's a sticker.
Plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue.
4-and-up assortment number Hasbro print. Then we have poses require support. What? On the bottom, here we have small print, fine print, legalese print, main China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. Includes 3 figures and 17 accessories.
Plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue.
And then on this side, Marvel Legends Series, and then action pose of Daredevil being Dairy and Devilly. And then on this side, we have an image of Bullseye being devilish and Elektra being dangerous. Marvel Legends Series. On the back, Marvel Legends Series, Marvel's Bullseye, Daredevil, Elektra, all digital renders it looks like, and then also renders of their accessories. Recycled print. Warning, attention, Achtung! Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. And don't give it to the babies. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole that don't belong there either. And then some more small fine legalese, made China print, Marvel print, Hasbro print. And that, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figures and their accessories, and we'll try to zip through this as quickly as possible while still taking a pretty fair look at the stuff. But because there's 3 figures, we'll try to get through it fairly quickly. Now, first of all, Daredevil comes with 2 of these lines that hook to his billy clubs. And you can see there's a little post with a little ring around it right there. Kind of like the Star Wars Black Series lightsabers. And it does have some nice textured molded detail in there. And the way this works with the billy club, we'll go ahead and take a look. There's 2 of these. And I do believe we've seen this before. There's just, the last time we saw it, I think, was the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure Spider-Man wave. And it had this billy club and another billy club that had a post on it that goes in here. But with this one, we got 2 ports. And it may be different. I'm not exactly sure. But the way this works, and I know I said I was going to get through this quickly, but just put it in there and you can feel it pop. Sometimes you can hear it. So that's how those work. And there are 2 of those that are different shapes, I guess. You can say again, this one has that same nice molded detail. It's all molded in color. And then of course, the 2 billy clubs are exactly the same. And then Daredevil also comes with an extra set of hands, a fist, and a C grip. both on in and out hinges. Elektra's accessories, she does have 2 of these size, which I believe are the same size that came with the red Elektra that came out in the, I'm not sure what the Build-A-Figure was in that wave, but it was the wave with Cloak and Dagger. But as you can see, nice silver paint app. And then I'm assuming it's molded in black. It's got this paint app for the straps here as well. And there are 2 of those. She also comes with a left and right fist on in and out hinges. Again, these are nothing new. We've seen these before. So there is that. She also comes with a katana sword. Nice silver paint app on that. Molded in this black plastic, I'm sure. I'm sure we have seen that before. Her final accessory is what I like to call the Frank Miller hair, because this sculpt really reminds me of Frank Miller's Daredevil artwork of Elektra, and it's rather heavy, I will say, but it really has that Frank Miller feel to it, and it's nice. Look at that nice paint on the face, and no wash to the hair or anything, and that's fine. And then last but not least, let's take a look at Bullseye's accessories. Here we have his hand throwing 3 throwing knives. Nice silver paint apps on those, molded in, well, it's probably a black paint app too, because this whole piece is probably made in this clear plastic, and then I think it's glued to the hand, and it's on an in and out hinge. And I think this came with the previous release of Bullseye as well, which was the Netflix Man-Thing Build-A-Figure wave, I think. And he also comes with this K-bar knife. I think it's a K-bar. Nice molded details, all in black. Something we have seen before. Then he has a C-gripped hand on an in and out hinge. A fist on an in and out hinge. And a pointing or flicking or a gun finger hand also on an in and out hinge. And when I say gun finger, he's making a gun with his fingers, not he has a trigger finger. And then his final accessory is the alternate head, and I have to say he looks pretty crazy. I like that. Missing a tooth too, so very cool. We'll take a look at Daredevil first. We'll set the other 2 out of the way. Go over his articulation real quick. And this one is, of course, on that Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body. So very nice articulation on this guy. I really would have liked the red shields for the eyes to stand out a little bit better. Under the light, the double D's stand out okay. And the gloves and boots could have been, you know, a slightly brighter shade of red than this, but I think how he originally appeared, he was, you know, the suit was all one solid red color, with the D's being slightly brighter and the eyes being slightly brighter. And the eyes may be slightly brighter. It's hard to tell. Nice horns, nice face sculpt, nice paint on the face. Not a lot of paint on this guy, pretty much just right there on the chest, and that's it. This is reused from the last Daredevil, this is reused from the last Daredevil. And other than that, I think it's all new except for the head. The head may have actually been reused as well. I'm not 100% sure, but let's take a look at his articulation real quick. He can look up that high. He doesn't have that. Oh yeah, he does too. It just doesn't work as well as it does on Spider-Man, but he does have that notch in his neck as well, because that's on a dumbbell joint there. So anyway, he can look down that far. He's maybe got a little chicken neck. He's got some waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, he does have a butterfly joint. Goes back that far, forward that far. Arm raises up slightly better than 90 degrees. Does a 360 degree rotation. Cut at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow. And don't tell me I'm going to have to unlock it. There it goes. Thought I already did. Gives you that much bend. 360 degree rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge. And the other hand, which is the fist, is in and out hinge as well. He does have a cut here where the chest meets the abdomen. And it gives him all kinds of hula there. And let's see, there is no waist. So all the rotation for the upper body is all right here. And it does have 360 degrees of it. Can, wow, bend back that far. That's fantastic. Oh wait, that's the other hinge working. So at that point he can bend back that far and forward that far. So that's really good. And then he has what I like to call the reverse Marvel Legends ab crunch hinge. And it will give you that much back and about that much forward. Now in conjunction, you get a little bit more forward and a lot more back with those two working in conjunction. Again, nothing at the waist because of this reverse ab hinge. Now he does have pull down hinge at the hip, and that will allow Daredevil to still only give you that much of the splits. However, it does allow him to kick forward that far and back up only about a step. Wow. Now there is a cut at the upper thigh. It does give you a full 360 degree rotation. You just kind of have to watch out for the leg holster. Double hinged pinless knee. It gives you that much bend. Cut at the upper shin for another 360 degree rotation. At the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far. Forward facing pin for rocker, and toe tilt, my friends, on a Marvel Legends, on a Hasbro Marvel Legends, tilts up that far, tilts down that far. So overall, that's pretty cool. And as far as this holster, sheath, container, whatever you want to call it, the billy clubs just both slide in there together. Well, I say they do. Maybe you have to do them one at a time. There we go, and that's how he stores his billy clubs. So that's for Daredevil. Let's take a look at Elektra. And again, it's got that nice paint on the face, the eyes, eyebrows, lips. So very good on that face printing technology. And then I'm assuming that the chest and the abdomen and possibly the very top of the legs at the hips are all reuse from that Marvel Legends female body. I don't really think they've updated that yet, especially when you can see it's on a hinge and ball at the neck. These parts are probably even the same, as well as the hands. Now this hand is a little different, but it did come with that original red Elektra figure. And then this is an overlay. Most of her costume is just paint, and it looks nice. This was the look of the character. So let's take a look at her articulation real quick. She doesn't really look up. She doesn't really look down. That hair really gets in the way, but it does look nice. She's maybe got a little bit of chicken neck there, and she's got some waggle, but due to the hair, no full exorcist. Now at the shoulders, no butterfly yet in this female body. That's probably coming with that Avengers Black Widow figure. But anyway, you get that much up at the arm. We'll do a full 360 degree rotation there. Cut at the upper bicep, which also gives you another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow, so that's new for this figure. Gives you that much bend. And at the wrist, 360 degree rotation on an in and out hinge. And the other hand is an in and out hinge as well. Cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet. Gives you all kinds of hula hula motion. And a 360 degree rotation. There is no cut at the waist. Now a pull down hinge would have been nice on this newer mold, but again, it's only parts of it are newer mold. So she can give you that much of the splits. This overlay does kind of get in the way, but you can shift it around just a little bit. So she can kick forward that far and backwards about 3 steps. Cut at the upper thigh for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless, which is new. Or as of, you know, when this figure came out, it was new. It's a little not so new now. But you get that much bend on it. And same for the elbows. Ankle tilts down that far, tilts up that far. And forward facing pin for rocker. So that does it for Elektra. Let's take a look at Bullseye. Bullseye, nice paint here. Missing tooth, but it's not really. They just put paint for all the teeth. It's not really showing that it's a gap there. His symbol on his forehead there, nice painted eyes, and around the lips as well. Nice paint app here. I believe it's molded in this color, here and here. And then paint app here and here. And then up on the boots, paint app there. Then the belt and holster molded in color. And then on the back he does have a sheath for his knife. Let's take a look at his articulation real quick. He can look up that high. He looks down that far. He doesn't really chicken neck. He's got a little bit of waggle in there. Can do the full exorcist. Butterfly joint at the shoulder way far back. So that's cool, but it does, you know, this stuff doesn't line up when you do that. But, you know, that's... Anyway, forward that far. 360 degree rotation. And the shoulder comes up that far, so way past 90. That's really good. Cut at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinned elbow. And it gives you that much bend. 360 degree rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge. And in and out hinge for the other side as well. Classic Marvel Legends ab crunch or ab hinge. No hula hula there. Bends back that far. Crunches forward that far. So that's forward is really good. Cut at the waist for a 360 degree rotation. And the belt came undone. I didn't know that it would do that. I figured it was glued. But anyway, I'll get that reattached later. Now, because the holster here is attached to his leg, I'm not going to do the articulation on that side because you know it's going to be hindered. But it does have... Wait, that ain't straight. There we go. He can kick forward that far. Backwards about 2 steps maybe. 2.5. 1.5. I don't know. Cut at the upper thigh for a full 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinned knee gives you that much bend, so that is great. At the upper shin, a boot cut for another 360 degree rotation. At the ankle, tilts down that far, up that far, and forward-facing pin for rocker. And there's Bullseye. And there's Elektra. And there is Daredevil. And that, my friends, is a look at the figures and their accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the 3-pack white Elektra next to her red counterpart. Then on the next row, we have the 3-pack Daredevil with the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure Wave Daredevil, the Toy Biz Bullseye, the 3-pack Bullseye, and in the back, Big Willie himself, Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin of Crime. Here's our next set of comparisons with the Daredevil 3-pack of Daredevil, Elektra, and Bullseye in the front, with the next row being the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man, whom the Daredevil shares a body with, and a Black Hand Ninja and a Red Hand Ninja. And all the way in the back, Big Willie again, because when it comes to Daredevil stuff, he's always just kind of hovering in the background. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Daredevil 3-pack in the front of Daredevil, Elektra, and Bullseye, with the final Marvel Legends comparison making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. And then seeing how he compares, or how they compare up with other lines. From Star Wars The Black Series, we have the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And from the G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant, Cobra Commander. And for a 7-inch comparison, we have, all the way in the back, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Daredevil 3-pack, I have to say, for the most part, I give it high marks. The fact that they put Daredevil on the new Renew Your Vow Spider-Man body with all the articulation that entails is great. I think the solid red is a little drab. I would have liked some slightly different shaded paint for the boots and gloves, maybe. But as it is, it is fine. And again, I do like that they put it on that new Renew Your Vow Spider-Man body. Elektra, she got a lot of new parts. New pinless, double hinged elbows and knees. New head sculpt. 2 new head sculpts, as a matter of fact. Both of which look really great in their own way. And we haven't gotten this version of Elektra from Hasbro before, so that's a plus. And then we come to Bullseye. And this is the same Bullseye that was in the, I want to believe it was the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure wave, the Netflix wave. And while he is sporting a slightly different paint scheme on the torso, everything else seems to be exactly the same. And he seems to be missing an accessory. Now, he does come with some extra hands, the one that's throwing knives or whatever, and that's nice. And I believe that same accessory came with the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure. But the glaring omission of his sidearm when he has a holster is a little perplexing to me. I mean, it really wouldn't have cost that much more for them to put one more little accessory in this box to make this make sense. Now, he did get an alternate head sculpt, and I'm not sure if that came with the original release of this figure or not, and that's fine. Elektra comes with her size, a sword, some alternate hands, and of course that alternate head. Daredevil comes with... Did he have some alternate hands? Yeah, he has a couple of alternate hands, I think. And those cord pieces that attach to his billy clubs. And in and of themselves, you know, that's fine. It's a nice thought. But would it really have cost that much more to have that as wire? Or is there some other safety standard or something like that that I'm not familiar with that is preventing Hasbro from putting wired capes, weapons, that kind of stuff in these packages? And I don't believe it is. It could be, but like I said, the static cords are nice. It was a nice thought to include that, but posable ones would have been, I think, a lot better. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.